You stay right there!
Das... Gibt Krieg.
Playmate! What do you think you're doing? Don't you see this blade here?
You coward! Why are your hands shaking?
Wait a second! It's a earthquake!
Au! Und das ist Nahida. Und wir versinken im Untergrund. Nice! Super Leistung. Ja. Seid ihr alle wohl auf?
This day's going just great.
Ja.
What a nuisance.
The sand dune collapsed.
Ach.
I saw an energy field. The village keeper protected us. It glowed green with dendro. Just like you said, it may well have been the remains of Lesser Lord Kusanali's power inside the scholar's body.
Tja.
The dendro archon.
Grandpa? Grandpa? Oh no. He's getting confused again.
Hey, look around you.
Wie die
There used to be
Schule.
a temple here?
Ja. Von King Dashred.
It seems that when the sand dune collapsed, it exposed these underground structures. The symbols on the gate belong to King Dashred's civilization.
Hier waren wir schon mal.
This structure must be ancient. Over time, the sandstorms completely buried it and left it in the state we see now. It could have been an underground palace in the distant past.
Oh, a miracle. Praise King Deshret!
Halt die
What's he doing
Schnauze.
here? And his men too?
They must have fallen down here with us. Pretty lucky if you ask me. Most of them seem in really bad shape. Except for him. He...
Mind your head.
No, this isn't the time for conflict. Our exalted lord has shown us the way to
Nein.
his sacred palace.
Nahida hat euch gerettet.
He's not actually gonna go in there, is he?
As it happens, I want to take a look inside too.
What are
Warum
you
nicht?
doing?
Don't you think it's curious? 1 minute, Lesser Lord Kusanali's power protects us from harm, and the next, remnants of King Deshret's civilization appear. 2 major deities are vying to showcase their power to us. It would be a shame not to witness them both.
Paimon thought you weren't interested in gods.
Indeed. In my view, gods are just a higher form of living being. Or creature, you could say.
Ah,
New
ja.
discoveries are always worth investigating. Whether they have anything to do with gods is neither here nor there.
Ja.
Raman, what are you gonna do about your men?
I'll just let them lay here. King Deshret will take care of his people. Right now, I'm going inside.
Nein, wird er nicht. Ich habe sein Wundertraumland gesehen. Da kommt man nicht wieder raus. Na, mal gucken, was wir hier haben. Ja. Dann machen wir das mal. Dann starten wir das mal.
It's full of life here.
Ja.
This defies comprehension. It looked completely desolate from the outside.
Stimmt.
Yeah, and there's so many plants. It's so pretty.
Sir Rahman,
Huh?
do you see another Rahman here?
Are you mocking me? What do you mean, sir?
Interpret it however you want, but there's something I'd like to draw your attention to. While this structure is clearly left over from King Deshret's civilization, the energy that flows in here is that of the Dendro Archon.
Whatever you say. It's not like I have a vision.
There's nothing to be angry about. Think of this as an academic journey.
It does seem kind of strange. If that's true, then we might have to explore this whole area to find
Weil
an
die sich
explanation.
näher waren, als man denkt. Alle drei. Es gab nämlich 3 Gestalten. Was haben wir hier? Betrachte als Sterblicher den Tempel hinauf und höre auf den Heiligen Rat von Deshret. Oder König Deshret. Ah! Das war nicht so schwer, wie ich gedacht hatte. Gut. Dann wollen wir mal. Ich meine, wir haben was Ähnliches schon gesehen. Und wissen ja schon ein bisschen was. Durch Jet und ihren Vater und den Gelehrten, den wir damals begleitet haben. Komm da runter. Na geh doch. So, was haben wir hier? Noch mehr Gegner, natürlich. Nö. Tschüss. Ah. Ah. Und jetzt? Na, die mussten wir diesmal bekämpfen. Und jetzt werden wir wieder nach oben geführt. Interessant.
Useless. To ashes!
Verdict is...
Oh, schön. Das ist konvenient. Aber sind wir nur dafür hierher gekommen, oder? Nachdem ich 6 Tage lang den Tempel infiltriert habe, verstehe ich eigentlich die Tricks der Priester. Der Aufzug fährt auf den Boden hinunter. Steig auf den Aufzug, bevor er wieder nach oben fährt, um die Kuppel zu erreichen. Unsinn, wie verbotener Boden voraus. Sterbliche dürfen nicht passieren. Oder ähnliches haben sich die Priester nur ausgedacht, um uns zu täuschen. Ich lasse diese Methode hier in der Hoffnung, dass das Volk von König Deshret, das in Zukunft hierher reist, das Privileg genießen kann, seinen Heiligen zu sehen. Mhm. Aber wie? Wie komme ich da oben rauf? Ah. Das muss es da oben auch geben, hä? Hab ich gar nicht gesehen. So, wo ist denn hier das? Hier? Ah! Hup. Ich glaube, das war zu früh gefreut, ne? Das war ein bisschen zu früh gefreut. Okay. Moment. Ich hab's gleich. Ich hab's gleich. Oh, gerade rechtzeitig. Okay. Ach Mensch, ja, natürlich.
Useless. Whirling snow.
Hey, ist ja gut. Oh, Mensch.
Not bad. Useless.
Wechsel doch mal. Geht doch. Güte. Au! Ja, ich find's immer toll, wenn die Kamera dann plötzlich weggeht. Okay. Ich habe da so eine Idee. Ja. Können wir jetzt einfach so den Aufzug wieder benutzen? Aber... Was hat uns das hier gebracht? Also hier ist doch nichts. Sollen wir jetzt einfach wieder runterfahren? Das ist sehr verwirrend. Oh! Okay, es geht noch tiefer. Das habe ich nicht erwartet.
Now that's a sight to see. King Deshret's splendor surrounds us.
There's so much vegetation here. It's different than what I expected.
Sure are a lot of plants for a desert.
Ja.
That's what I call divine providence of King Deshret.
Wenn er meint. Ich glaube nicht, dass er sich umstimmen lässt. Oh! Ist das Irminsul? Der sieht aus wie der, ne? Warte mal, hier waren wir doch schon. Also... Nicht direkt, aber...
Brighter. Oh, it looks so beautiful.
Also sie war hier schon. Na dann.
Wait.
Ja.
What's that?
Tja.
A load of flowers. And it looks like there's something among them.
Sieht aus wie ein Grab.
These are King Deshret runes.
They left something behind. Yes. It's an elegy written in an ancient script.
What does it say?
Here lies our faithful priest Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration.
You can read ancient King Deshret script?
Of
Yeah.
course. Every student needs to master at least 20 languages before they graduate.
He's not serious, right?
There's still something off about this place. The elemental energy here is too concentrated. The scent of life. Is it trying to tell us something?
Is this it?
Analyzing.
Was
There
denn?
seems to be a hidden message among these skeletal remains. Excellent. There's a device from King Deshret's civilization in this gravesite. I'll transmit the information over and project it for everyone to see.
Isn't sharing knowledge against the Academia's rules?
Yes. However, under the circumstances, I'd prefer you to see this for yourself. You'll understand after watching it.
Ah ja. Na dann. Ja, dann mach doch mal.
Civilization is born of knowledge, but so too can knowledge be its demise. A disaster caught us unaware. It was knowledge that did not belong to this world. King Deshret brought this forbidden knowledge into our world, and it quickly spread like a plague. People's minds were filled with crazed whispers. Dark gray scales spread across their bodies. Even the land was stripped of its vigor. Only a desperate, deathly silence remained. Were it not for greater Lord Ruka Devata from the forests, the damage would have been irreversible. She summoned the priests to build temples and infused into them the divine power of life. The disaster was miraculously tempered, and the embers of our civilization were preserved in Aru village. Alas, the miracle could not last. As long as forbidden knowledge continued to exist, it would forever blight this world. In the end, the proud king of the desert, my eternal lord, chose to sacrifice himself. I have spent my whole life since guarding one of these many temples.
Ah ja.
But now, my duty is coming to an end. As I close my eyes for the final time, the sight of that noble deity
Oh,
will
sieht aus wie
appear in
Sino.
my vision once more. In helping King Deshret to eradicate forbidden knowledge, she exhausted her strength, and her form became that of a small child. How strange. Now that I think of her, I no longer have any fear of death, for I sense that the spirit of life will abide with me during my eternal sleep. Children of the desert, cling no longer to past grievances, but hold tight to the memory of this act of benevolence.
Ah ja.
What was that?
the priest's memories.
No.
Tja.
No, impossible.
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
Nein, waren
So
sie
the
nicht.
former Dendro Archon and King Deshret were never enemies at all.
Nein, waren sie auch nicht.
This doesn't make any sense. The Dendro Archon's followers, they're clearly...
Ja,
Was
was?
that the former Dendro Archon? She became so tiny in the end.
Tja. Ja. Sehr viel Kraft.
You might be distrustful of the Akasha, but there's no reason for you to doubt King Deshret's technology.
Stimmt.
You've just witnessed his priest's last words.
I've never heard about any of this before. The surviving followers of King Deshret all gathered in Aru village. Our god did not make mistakes. We refuse to believe any of the rumors. King Deshret's death, the all but total annihilation of our civilization, it was all Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's doing.
Das
We
sind
saw her as nothing
Gerüchte.
more than a traitor, who stabbed us in the back in our moment of crisis. Just like us humans. Fighting, feuding, double-crossing each other to survive in the desert.
You were blinded by your prejudice.
Ja.
If I hadn't seen this for myself, if I hadn't witnessed his last words with my own eyes, ears, and
Ach,
heart,
deswegen. Ei. Du hast nur eins.
how could I ever begin to accept this? The truth is so far from what I've always known. Am I really supposed to believe that after all these years, all this time seeking revenge, suddenly now my enemy is my savior?
Raman, that's enough. Give it a rest. You're starting to make a fool of yourself.
Dia, tell me, my Aramites and I, what are we even fighting for?
Das ist eine gute Frage.
Hey, how you doing?
I'll live. I should probably go. Can't just stay here forever.
What's your next move gonna be?
Oh, I know what you're going to ask. I feel deeply ashamed of everything I've done.
Okay,
You'll get... But please, give me some time.
klar.
After everything that's happened here today, somehow I need to explain it to the others.
It's not gonna be easy.
Nein.
Well, I guess that's for me to deal with. Dia, this is where our camp's located. Make a note of it.
When would be a good time for us to go?
Tomorrow, I'll convince everyone that we're all on the same side. And
Na
I'll
dann.
return every last one of your your village keepers. We'll share our other resources with you too.
You seem to finally understand that our true enemy is the sages.
Yes. The gods never gave up on anyone. It's the people responsible for all this that need to face
Na
the consequences
dann.
of their actions.
Endlich mal ein bisschen Vernunft.
That must have been rough. But
Ja.
he seems to have figured things out now.
Er hat sich schließlich vor die
Raman's
Nase
no
geklatscht
fool.
bekommen.
Being the leader of your own faction in the desert is no easy feat.
Ja.
It's too bad he was held back by his belief in King Deshret. But now that that's changed, I guess we have a few more people on our side.
Das ist sehr gut.
The outcome, at least, is favorable.
Ah
We
ja.
should get going too. Let's head back, have a proper meal, and a nice, long sleep. We'll need all our energy tomorrow.
Ja. Das brauchen wir definitiv. Ja, und was ist mit dir?
We're leaving!
Irgendwas stimmt noch nicht.
Stop yelling.
Ach ja, und eine Truhe bekommen wir auch. Das ist sehr schön. Okay. Dann verlassen wir mal die Sphäre. Nö. Na komm. Okay. Ach Mensch, daran muss ich mich noch gewöhnen. Da hinten sollen wir hin? Ah, hier ist auch noch. Huch. Ja, aber ich gehe trotzdem erstmal hier hin. Können wir uns auch noch mal kurz heilen? Nö. Okay. So. Können wir den hier auch gleich markieren? Nehmen wir den nämlich auch gleich mit. Okay. Mhm. Haben wir da oben nicht irgendwo irgendwas, wo wir uns dran hochziehen können? Ja, du bist nicht gemeint. Das meinte ich. Okay. Was soll das sein? Kommen wir hier hoch? Vor allem wie? Ah, da. Na komm. Schwingen dein Hintern da hoch. So, jetzt sollten wir auf dem richtigen Weg sein. Was ist denn das? Ach, da! Ich hab ihn gar nicht gesehen. Meine Güte. So. Dann haben wir den auch. Aber dafür müssen wir da vorne hin. Okay. Ah, und eine kleine Oase haben wir auch. So, dann wollen wir mal hin. Und die anderen befreien. Ich hatte echt gedacht, dass die Dings da das arrangiert hat, weil die für irgendein Gedöns brauchen. Naja. Dann gucken wir mal.
Rahman, we're here.
Everything's been arranged. Someone will bring the village keepers back to Aru village shortly.
Ah ja.
I guess all I can say now is thanks for agreeing to help.
Ah, don't mention it. I think we can both agree you went to hell and back for it. But we share a common cause now. From here on out, we're allies.
Where are the perpetrators?
Ach, das sind die Haare, die aussehen wie Katzenohren.
I'll bring you to them.
Ah ja. Ah, trotzdem würde ich die kraulen. Nur um sie
So
vor
these are
weiterem...
the people who kidnapped the village keepers.
Ah ja.
Oh no, it's the scribe!
Ah.
There's no need to yell. No one can help you now.
We've been all over the desert trying to find you.
That's right.
Tja.
General Mahamatra? No, no. Make it
Tja.
Whoa. The moment they set eyes on Sino, they turn pale like they've seen a ghost.
Ach.
You should have known that I would be coming for you.
Wait, we were just following orders. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's no way we could have done all this by ourselves.
Ah, war doch von der Akademie.
No, not Sino. He's gonna tear us limb from limb.
Ah, ja.
I could do worse.
Please have mercy.
Start talking. Otherwise, I'll have to resort to...
So, your superiors have kept you quite busy recently. Why? What are
They, wanted to extract canned knowledge.
Don't play dumb. You know what I'm really asking. They extract divine canned knowledge.
I really don't know how to explain it.
Well, you better start talking or you'll be sorry.
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
Kann ich sie
Be
befragen?
my guest.
Die Weisen versuchen, einen neuen Gott zu erschaffen, nicht wahr?
Uh-huh. That sure didn't sound like a fancy metaphor or anything.
Nein.
You're serious, aren't you?
How did you know?
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right.
Scaramouche.
The Academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. They are creating a new god. A god that will belong to them and to the people of Sumeru. It may
das
seem
klappt mir
as if
nicht.
Sumeru's academics are thriving, but ever since the death of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, scholarly breakthroughs have been few and far between. The withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like, if only Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was still with us.
Continue.
And then, someone from the Fatui showed up.
Ja.
They called him the Doctor. He brought a gnosis
Yeah.
and said he wanted to borrow the Academia's research facilities. The Doctor was previously expelled from the Academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he said those words, everyone's expression changed. He asked them, "Do you wish to create a god?"
This is what the arrogant ignorance at the extreme end of academia looks like.
First, the Academia spent a long time constructing a divine vessel, which was based on an exquisite humanoid puppet. After that, they harvested dreams via the Zeb-Zerus Festival Samsara,
Yeah.
maximizing the Akasha's output. With the Doctor's help, and the Akasha now functioning at maximum efficiency, they were able to use it to extract the power from the Gnosis and convert it into a divine core. Next, they decided that their new god needed to possess divine wisdom. For that to happen, they needed a huge quantity of divine canned knowledge.
It adds up.
But how do you determine whether the knowledge extracted is of divine origin?
Call it an educated guess? The Academia has been trying to figure out the exact source of the scholar's madness for centuries, but to no avail. Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. Surely you can see what that implies, Scribe Al-Haytham. If it's knowledge no mortal can comprehend, then it must be something only gods are able to decipher. In other words, it's the source of the God of Wisdom's omniscience and omnipotence.
Ah, ja. Die haben Leute dafür geopfert.
You must have noticed by now. The Academia doesn't care about who their god is. It's the ability to exercise control over knowledge and wisdom that matters. It is as if they are cursed with a desire for omniscience and omnipotence that burns in their blood. Some organisms demonstrate phototaxis, and thus orient their entire lives in respect to sources of light. For the sages, their only source of hope is the existence of a deity who embodies